Hi everyone, people out here. A very good evening to one and all who are available now on the platform. I hope you guys are able to hear me. I hope you guys are able to see the presentation which is being opened up. I would need a quick response from all of you who are live to give me an update whether you guys are able to hear me, whether you guys are able to see me, whether you guys are able to see the presentation that is being opened up. Okay. And if your friends are still waiting for the session to kickstart, you can put a message in the respective group that is you have been added to, that we are about to begin with the session on once again on number systems important questions which you may face in the CAT examination. That you may face in the actual CAT examination. Okay, but before we deal with the actual questions, let's spend the first 5-7 minutes on understanding what CAT would be up to. We are looking at CAT 2020. There are two things which I would love to guide you, which can actually shape up your preparation plan for next less than 40 days, which is remaining in your hand. We know there would be 40, 40, and 40 minutes in each section that we'll be getting this time. And the number of questions could be anywhere in the range of 20 to 34 questions, right? But if I see the climax, the outcome, if you're looking at people who are expecting 99 percentile plus in the examination, somewhere you need to do around 13, 13, 13 question side. I repeat, somewhere you need to do around 13, 13, and 13 question side. Per question time, you can assume it to be around 2 to 3 minutes. So, one, you have to focus a lot on the accuracy. That's by default. By default, you have to. My only objective is to select the easy and the medium 13 level of 13 question, which is in my comfortable area, which is the area of comfort that I've been practicing the questions up to, whether it is of math, logic, or verbal ability. But in each section, you have to start delivering 13 questions right. So people who are facing difficulty in full length mock, I would advise you to take a break for at least 2 weeks of a time and at minimum of 7 days of trial period, what you can consider. For the next 7 days, you start taking on sectionals. Section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is going to be on quant, logic, and verbal. Again, quant, logic, and verbal. Now, here, what my advice is start practicing the performance which is being expected out of you. In 40 minutes, you have to solve only and only 13 questions, which is could be right. If you're not able to reach 13, somewhere in the range of 10, 11 questions is the minimum expectation out of you who are expecting at least above 90 percentile in the given exam of CAT 2020. So if you're expecting around 90 percentile plus, have a habit or have a performance output capability check on yourself that you are able to do around 10 questions in the sectional test, at least in the sectional test. If this criteria has been fulfilled, start taking the full length test and you have to expected to deliver the same performance. Okay, now your ability to scan the paper, your ability to select and pre-select the easy and the medium level of question would be different. So you have to experiment also, because selecting 10 questions out of 22 is not as same as selecting 10 questions out of 34. Why? Because when you have got 34 questions, you're selecting only one question out of every three questions. So you have a liberty of leaving questions. I repeat, you have a ability or a comfortable area of not to select any question which you don't want to do, but and select only one of three questions which you want to do in the paper. So even if you find a topic which is going to be difficult or slightly more challenging, you can skip it. But if there are only and only 22 questions, you and if the expectation is you have to do either 10 questions or between 13 questions, your appetite is to leave around 9-10 questions only. Your appetite is only to leave 9-10 questions. So you cannot skim through the entire set of question and then decide what to do and what not to do. When you get a question, that point of itself, you take a call whether you want to do it or you don't want to do it. If you want to do it in 10 minutes, deliver the best performance, or else purely skip it. Purely skip it. The second is, one, you have to increase our score. The first objective is we have to increase our score. Second objective is I have to safeguard my performance. Now, what do you mean by safeguarding your performance? Now, imagine there could be around 22 questions which may come up, or there could be around 34 questions which may come up, right? What is good? Obviously, getting 34 questions is better for you. Very good evening, all one and all. Getting 34 questions is the best thing that you can expect on the paper. Why? Because you have an appetite of leaving a lot of questions which you don't want to do. It's like selecting 10 out of 34 or best 13 out of 34 questions. So even if the paper come out of a discomfort zone, which means the topics which you have skipped till now, the topic in which you don't want to start, the topic in which you don't want to um, invest your time in considering the preparation journey that you have been going through till now, you can purely skip it. You can purely skip it. But imagine the worst come scenario, you have got only 22 questions, and the expectation is you have to deliver 10 to 13 questions out of 22 questions which may come up in the paper. What is going to happen now, right? Now all of us have a comfort zone with respect to a strength area and the weak area, and I'm sure all of you might have put various topics inside your strength area and your weak area. If the paper comes from the same genre, the proportionate difficulty level and the number of questions from the strength area aligned topics and the weak area aligned topics, you possibly will deliver the same performance that you have been delivering in mocks. But imagine if the paper gets distorted. Out of 22 questions, 4 or 5 questions comes from a topic which you are not comfortable with. Could be PNC probability, could be functions, could be logs, could be any other modern math topic, or could be something else which you are not comfortable with, right? Then possibly your performance will be a level down below than the current performance that we have got. So let's be prepared for the worst come scenario. 22 question and the paper becomes distorted also. Okay, it's uneven distribution between the number of questions and the number of topics that we are considering. So on a daily basis, so less than 40 days is remaining for in your hand. On a daily basis, start taking one difficult area or one area of discomfort, whatever it is, whether it is reading comprehension, DI, LR, or any topic of math, right? Any day you have to start practicing the discomfort area of your CAT examination right from now till you sit for the examination. It may happen that does not become my area of expertise, but whatever is my current capability is sitting on 20th of October, my level is going to be a level up when I go for the paper on 29th of November, right? So if there's anything which may come up in the paper of the from the area of discomfort, you would be able to solve them, right? So one, improve your score to ensure that you reach minimum of 10 to 13 questions in the paper, and start taking area of discomfort, the topics which you're not comfortable with till date, one topic a day. Start practicing advanced level questions based on that. So past year papers, and then your advanced level of question. If you're not able to do the question, that's okay. You can look at the solution and build the approach, right? If anything comes from that, at least you'll be able to solve it. I hope this is clear. This is the only two expectations which I had. One, you have to increase your score. If full length mock scores are not going up, start focusing on sectional test. Second is start picking up area of discomfort, because if at all the paper becomes distorted, if it is coming from a non-proportional in a non-proportional manner, we would be able to deliver a little better performance that from our current expectation. If all of you are set, let me know. Let me give me a quick heads up. Let's quickly begin with the session that we have planned for you, which is number system advanced level questions. I hope all of you are sitting with your rough sheets and pen where you can practice some good level of questions along with me. And I also hope you guys will be quicker than me in solving those questions. All of you all set? Give me a quick thumbs up. All of you all set? Give me a quick thumbs up. We are about to start the session, which is going to be on number system. We'll see actual card questions based on this. Everyone, perfect, Anmol. Okay, let's check the first question that we have chosen for you guys. Now, the first question that we have got is from the same topic of number system from the year 2015. From the year 2015. And the question says, which of the following? The question says, which of the following will completely divide 106 raised to 90 minus 49 raised to 90? I repeat, the question is, which of the following can completely divide? I repeat, which of the following will completely divide 106 raised to 90 minus 49 raised to 90? Now, when I see this question, I am very sure on one part that there are a couple of options which I can eliminate. See, 106 is an even number, and square or of an even number, this value is going to remain even. 49 is an odd number, so 49 raised to anything will be an odd value only, and even minus odd will be an odd value. So the result of this value is going to be odd. And if the question is about which of the following, I repeat, if the question is about which of the following is going to completely divide, there are two even numbers, so 124 and 186 won't be able to divide an odd number, right? An odd number is going to be divisible by an odd number only. An odd number is going to be divisible by an odd number only. So I hope this is clear. If you have not understood, just let me know. So either the answer is going to be 589 or the answer could be none of these. We know the number is in the form of a square minus b square, and the general formula for a square minus b square is it's a plus b into a minus b. It's a plus b into a minus b. The value is 106 raised to 90 minus 49 raised to 90. So whatever the value would be up to, I'm very sure a raised to n minus b raised to n, and the value of n is odd. So the value is going to be divisible by both a plus b and a minus b, which is 106 plus 49 and 106 minus 49. Technically, if you add this, the value of 106 plus 49 will become 155, and 106 minus 49, the value will become how much? The value here will become 57 only, right? Some of you will consider, okay, neither 157 or 155 or 57 is available, so I'm going to mark option B. But if a value is divisible by 155, surely the value will be divisible by the factors of 155 also, right? If a value is divisible by 155, it is purely divisible by the factors of 155 also. So 155 is 31 into 5. Similarly, if it is divisible by 57, it is also going to be divisible by 19 into 3, because 19 3 is also 57. So these four values, ideally, these four values can divide the given number, or a combination of value will also divide. Like 5 into 3 can also divide, and 31 into 19 can also divide. If you multiply 31 into 19, can you check what value will you get? If you multiply 31 into 19, it's how much? It's going to be 589 only. So 589, I see option number 1, which is also available here. So some of you will solve the question only till here. I repeat, some of you, or in fact majority of you, will solve question only till here. You will say neither 155 or 57 is available, so you will mark the answer as none of these. But dude, it is also going to be divisible by the factors and the combination of factors which will be available, right? So for the given question, I hope all of you are with me. All of you have understood this. The answer for the given question could be a combination of any of the value, 31, 5, 19, and 3. And 31 into 19 can also be possible. 31 into 3 is also possible. 5 into 19 is also possible. And 5 into 3 is also possible. There's one option which is 31 into 19, which is 589, as option number A. So I'm going to mark option number A to be the final answer. Is this clear to all of you? Everyone has understood this? Yes or no? Anvila, Anmol, Path, everyone. I hope all of you have understood this, right? So the values, so when you say a value is divisible by 8, it's obvious the value is divisible by the factors of 8 also, no? That's what I did. That's what I did. All right, good to see the progress. I would want all of you to participate in the upcoming question. It's okay to make mistakes, but I would want you to urge you to actually participate and tell me the answer, whatever you feel the answer could be. We can quickly check whether the answer is up to what you are considering or it's something else. Let's again check a 2015 question. Let's once again check a question which is going to be on 2015 paper. Let's read the question. I'll give you a minute to consider what the question is about. The question says a 4-digit number. I repeat, a 4-digit number is divisible by the sum of its digit. The question says a 4-digit number could be A, B, C, D. It is divisible by the sum of the digit, which is A plus B plus C plus D. Also, the sum of the 4-digit, which is A plus B plus C plus D. A plus B plus C plus D is also equivalent to the product of the digit, which is a good sign, which is a kickstart pointer. It says A plus B plus C plus D is actually equal to A into B into C into D, right? And the question is, which of the following could be the product of the digit of such a number? Which of the following is going to be a product? Product is this, A into B into C into D. So the question is, if you have A, B, C, D, find a value of what is A into B into C into D. This is what the question is about. So what do we have to find? I repeat, what do we have to find? We have to find A into B into C into D. Now it's difficult for you to start from top to bottom approach. Let's go reverse, bottom to top. I know one of these four options. Would be the answer. It has been told to us that there are only 4 options and there's no option says cannot be determined or none of these. So if I go ahead with the first option, 6. If 6 is the product of 4 values, a 4-digit value is 6, then 6 will come out only if you multiply the factors of 6. No? So 1, 3, 2 and 6. I repeat, 1, 2, 3, 6 will be the values. It could be one of those numbers, two of those numbers, three of those numbers, or four of those numbers, which on multiplication should give you 6. Should give you 6, right? And it has been said the sum of digits should be equal to the product of digit. It has been said the sum of digit is also equivalent to the product of digit. Now you can make your own combination. Let's say 1116 can be a number which on multiplication will become 6. But is the sum equal to product? Like 6 into 1 will be 6, but 6 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 will be 9. So this is not possible. If I go ahead with a combination of 2, 3, 1, 1, here also the sum of the number would be 2 plus 5, 3 is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7, but the product is also 6, which is also not matching. So if I try for all the combinations of 6, any of the given number of 1, 2, 3, 6, this is not going to satisfy. The sum is not getting equal to the product. So 6 definitely will not be a value. I repeat, 6 definitely will not be a value that we are looking at. And we are looking at one of the remaining three numbers. Whichever comes up, that's going to be a hit. For example, if I consider A into B into C into D as 8, how can I write 8? By multiplying any of the given values 1, 2, 4, 8. By multiplying any of the given numbers, which is 1, 2, 4, 8. If I take 1, 1, 1, 8, if I take the number as 1, 1, 1, 8, I'm sure the product will never be equal to the sum of the value. Because the product is 8, the sum is 8 plus 3, 11. This is not possible. This is not possible. So I would have to consider the other two numbers, which is 4 and 2. If I'm considering 4 and 2, I cannot consider 8. I can consider only a value which is 1, 1. So by a combination of value which is 4, 2, 1, 1, I can see 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 8. And 4 into 2 into 1 into 1 is also 8. So dude, this is matching. Niharika, you are right, but we have to slightly moderate the value. So 4 to 1, 1 is a value which is possible. But is 4 to 1, 1 a value which is going to be divisible by 8? 4 to 1, 1 is not divisible by 8. Neither 2, 4, 1, 1 is divisible by 8. What is the condition for the value to be divisible by 8? The last three digits should be divisible by 8, which means in the end 112 should come and the value will actually become 4112 because 112 is the only value of the four values which will be divisible by 8. So dude, we got the value. It's a combination of any of the value which is 4211. It's about permutation combination of rewriting the digits 4211, 1244, 4112, and 4112 will be a value which will be divisible by 8. But Niharika, you are right. In a way, we are not looking forward to find a value which is 4112. We are looking at a value which is going to be a perfect match of the product of the digit. The answer is going to be 8 only. The answer is going to be 8 only. And if you try for 8 and 10 and 12 also, you will not get any other combination where sum is equal to the product of the given value, right? So why will I not try with C and D? Because I already got a value B. Why will I not try with the value of C and D? Because I already got the value B, right? And there's no option which is saying more than one of the above. There's no option which is saying more than one of the above. So the answer for the given question, I repeat, the answer for the given question would be what? It's going to be 8. Is this clear to all of you? Perfect. The value is 4112. Yes, I. The value that we considered was 4112. There was only one combination. 8 could be on multiplication with any of the given value 1, 2, 4, 8. Any value you can consider. But you have to make sure that the product becomes 8. So 1118 is possible, or 4211 is possible. So rearrange 4211, you will get 4112, which is going to be a value which is divisible by 8. I hope this is clear to all of you, right? Everyone, is this clear? This was the actual CAT 2015 question, which you guys just solved. Clear? So majority of times you can see, you can start with the option to check whether the option, the value that you're considering, whether you will get it or you will not get it. Perfect. Let's take 2011 question now. I hope all of you are able to solve this along with me. If you're unable to solve, don't consider twice to ask your doubts. Let's solve the 2011 question that we have got. Please read the question well and tell me what do you think the answer would be about. The question says a positive integer is equal to the square of the number of factors it has. Good. A positive number a positive number P is equivalent to the number of factors it has. Number of factors it has, square of the number of factors it has. How many integers are there in the line of numbers that you can consider? Anyone who thinks can get an answer? This is a very straightforward question. I'm sure this is one of those questions that we have actually solved, not the exact question, but on the same lines that we have solved in standard 9th and 10th also. Anyone who can tell me what the answer could be about? A positive number P is equal to the square of number of factors that we have got. A positive number P is equal to the number of factors, what is square of the number of factors. So one number is standard, it's 1. One of the number is 1 for sure. I repeat, one of the number is sure, which is 1, because the number of factors of 1 is 1, which is the number 1 itself, and square of 1 is also 1, and the square of 1 is also 1. So 1 is equal to 1 square. So 1 is definitely a number on the number line where P will be equal to the number of square of the number of factors that 1 has. I hope this is clear. Is there any other number that you can consider? It is equivalent to the square of, so we are talking about only and only about perfect square. We are looking at only and only perfect square. Like 1 is a perfect square, 4 is a perfect square, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, like this kind of numbers that we are looking at. We got 1 is equal to 1 square. Why 1? Because 1 has only 1 as a factor and 1 square will be 1. Ideally, in the whole series, there's only two, there are only and only 2 numbers which is possible. So whenever you get a similar kind of question ahead, if whether in Calc 2020 or in the mock test, you straight away can mark the answer to one of the number is 1 and the second number is 9. Because if I look at the number 9, 9 has 3 factors, 1, 3 and 9. 9 has 3 factors, which is 1, 3 and 9. So square of number of factors will be 3 square. And we know 3 square is also 9. So 1 is equal to 1 square, 9 is equal to 3 square. These are the only 2 numbers which is possible on the number series line, which will give you a number which is equal to the square of the number of factors. Clear? So next time if you see this question, straight away you will mark the answer to be as 2 only, which is the first number 1 and the second number 9. 9 is 3 square and the number of factors of 9 is 3 and 1 is nothing but 1 square only. So the answer for the given question, is how much? The answer for the given question is going to be 2. Which are those 2 numbers? One is number 1 and second is number 3, which you will consider. I hope this is clear. Solve the next question for me, please. The last digit of 3 raised to 3 raised to 4n. I repeat. The last digit of 3 raised to 3 raised to 4n would be equal to what? The last number of 3 raised to 4n will be equal to what? Right? So ideally, if you solve the above 2 numbers, which are in the exponent, 3 raised to 4 n, 3 raised to 4 is 81. So this value is going to be 81, which is the exponent. And the number that we are considering is 3 raised to 81n plus 1. Now 3 raised to 81n plus 1. Ideally, now n is a value which is there in your hand. You can put n to be as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you put 0, 3 raised to 0 will make the value as 0 only, right? So ideally, don't consider n to be as 0. You can consider any value. Until has given the right answers. Sai has also given the right answer. Consider the value of n to be as 1, the smallest natural number that you can consider, which is going to be 3 raised to 81 plus 1. Now we know 3 has a power cycle of 4k. 3 has a power cycle of 4k. So every fourth value will be as same as the first value. Every fifth value will be as same as the first value. What do? We have to find the last digit of 3 raised to 81. So if you divide 81 by 4, you will get the remainder of 1. Remainder of 1 signifies find the first value in the power cycle of 3, which is 3, 9, 7 and 1. The first value is 3. So this is going to give you 3 here. 7, this is going to give you 3. and this is going to give you 1. If you add 3 and 1, the value will become 4. I hope till stage 2 it was clear. 3 raised to 81n plus 1. 3 raised to 81 plus n. The only thing that you actually solved was 3 raised to 81. Find the last digit of the given number. How do you find the last digit of any given number? 3 raised to 81 by using power cycle. And the cycle values that we have got for 3 is 3 raised to 1 is 3, 3 square is 9, 3 cube is 7, 3 raised to 4 is 1. 3 raised to 1, 3 square, 3 cube, 3 raised to 4. These are the last digit, right? So you divided 81 by 4 to find the last digit. The remainder came out to be 1, and 1, if you get 1 as a remainder, check the first digit in the power cycle. It is 3. So you got 3 and 1, and 3 plus 1 will give you 4 as the answer. Hence the answer for the given question is option B, which is 4. I hope, Sev, this is clear. I hope all of you, for all of you in fact, this is clear, right? All of you understood this? Yes or no? Now solve this question, which is 2010 question, which you can see on the screen. The question which you can see on the screen is a CAT 2010 question. It says if n is a natural number, I repeat, if n is a natural number, then the greatest integer less than or equal to 5 plus root 19n is what? 5 plus root 19n is the question. 5 plus root 19n is the question that we have got. And n could be anything. I repeat, n could be anything, right? Now we know n could be either an even value or it could be odd value. The smallest odd value that you can consider is 1. We are looking at only the integral part of the given solution. So if I put 5 raised to n as 1, it's going to become 5 plus root of 19 only. Root of 19 will be how much? It's going to be 4.5, 4.4, 4.6. It's going to be close to around 4.3 and 4.2, which we are considering here. So 5 will come here and the integral value 4 will come here. So 5 plus 4 will make the value as 9. 5 plus 4 will make the value as 9, and 9 is an odd value. So we got to see, we saw that if n is odd, this whole solution is odd. The second part is put n to be even, which is 5 plus root 19 the whole square. Now it is nothing but a plus b the whole square, which is a square, b square, and 2ab. So 5 square will become 25. Root 19 ka square will become how much? 19. And this will be 2ab, which is 10 root 19. This will be 10 root 19, right? Now the only thing that you have to look into is this part. Root 19 again will be 4.2 or 4.3 only. So take the integral value 4. 4 into 10 will be 40. 4 into 10 will be, this part is going to be 40. What is 25 plus 19? This value will be how much? What do you think the solution of this answer would come up to? It's a simple case, right? So ideally, this is odd, this is even, and this is even. Even plus even is even, and even plus odd will only be odd only, right? Even if you don't solve the value. I repeat, even if you don't solve the value, even if my bad, this is odd. This is odd. So odd plus even. So we're looking at a value which is odd plus odd is even, and even plus even is even. So we got to see that if you put n to be as even, which is 2, you got the whole sum to be even. My bad, Niharika. Yes. This is odd plus even. So the value will be 44 plus 40, which is 84 only. So you got n to be, when you put n to be even, you got the sum to be even. When you put n to be odd, you got the sum to be odd. So which of the following option will you mark? Will you mark option number 1, A, B, C, or D? Among all, you will mark option number C to be the final answer, even when n is even and odd when n is odd to be the final answer. I hope this is clear and clean to all of you. So there are two cases that you would have to make. Niharika, yes. There are two cases. One is n to be odd, The smallest odd value that you can put is 1, and put n to be even. The smallest even number that you can put is 2. We are looking at the greatest integer less than to the given number. So root of 19, you will consider the greatest integer less than root of 19 will be 4 only. So 5 plus 4 gave the answer as 9, which is odd. Clear? I hope this is clear to all of you, right? Perfect. If this is clear, let's solve the next question that you can see on the screen now. Now this is 2009 question. This is not going to be a very difficult question that you will take more time to solve. It's slightly easy and less challenging question. It says P, Q, and R. It says P, Q, and R are 3 consecutive odd numbers. So P, Q, and R are 3 consecutive odd numbers. So consecutive odd numbers, if this is X, this will be X plus 2 and this is X plus 4. Don't consider it as X plus 4, 4 will be even. If X is the first odd number, next odd number will be X plus 2 and the next odd number will be X plus 2 plus 2. And they are in the ascending order. It says the value of 3 times P. The value of 3 times P is 2 less than the value of 3 times P is 3 less than 2 times the value of R. So 3P is equal to 2R minus 3 is what the question is about. I repeat, 3P is equal to 2R minus 3 is what you are looking up to, right? And tell me, so, and the question is about find the value of R. So if you can put the value, so until I guess you have given the right answer, if you have the values P, Q, and R, you can start substituting the values, you'll get it very easily. If this is R to be 5, the next value Q would be 3 and this value would be 1. You just have to plug in the values of P and R and see whether this equation is getting met or no. This equation will not come on R to be 5. This value will, I think, will not come on 7 also. If I put R to be 9, it would be 7 and this would be 5. This would be 5. So 3 times 5 will make the value as 15. 2 times 9 is 18 minus 3. So 18 minus 3 will be equal to 15, which you got on putting the value of R to be 9. So hence the answer for the given question. Hence the answer for the given question would be what? When C is equal to 9, which you got the final answer as. And yes, very easily and very beautifully you have solved the question. As said, my output that I'm looking at is minimum solving 13 questions out of whichever number of questions will may come up. So start practicing the performance which is being expected out of you. So 13 questions in 40 minutes is what you are looking into. Whether it is 22 question paper or whether it is 34 question paper, right? It's not in your hand, not in my hand. But whatever the question number may come up, you would have to start picking up those best 13 questions that you would have to choose. So your scanning ability, the ability to make a judgment, how much time it's going to take, what level of accuracy do you think we would be able to make, is of the utmost precision that I should look into when you see a question. So this is definitely a round one question that you will never leave it. It's very easy question that you have solved. Clear? Let's solve the next question, which you can see on the screen. This is 2012 question. The question which you can see on the screen now is actually a 2012 actual question of CAT, which is on the basis of a category of question or the content type, which is nothing but difference of perfect square. The question says how many pairs of natural numbers, I repeat, how many pairs of natural numbers are there such that the difference of their square is 45. So I want 45 to be rewritten in the form of a square minus b square. It says a square minus b square should be equal to 45. In how many ways can you write? I repeat, in how many ways can you write 45? In how many ways can you write 45 to be as the difference of two perfect square? All of us who will solve the question, this question, will at least do the first part of the question, which is a plus b into a minus b will be equal to 45. Everyone will do this. Every one of you will technically do at least this part of the question, right? And if some of you will even consider, let's consider a plus b as x and a minus b is y should be equal to 45. So I want two factors on multiplication which should become 45. I want two values which are the factors of 45, which on multiplication should become 45. Which two numbers it could be? It could be 45 into 1, it could be 15 into 3, or it could be 9 into 5. These are the possible value of x and y. These are the possible values of a plus b and a minus b. The question is how many natural numbers are possible? How many pairs of natural numbers are possible? The question is not about find a pair. There are two question types. One is find a pair, and second is find the number of pairs. They are two different things. So we would waste our time if you are finding. We would waste our time. I repeat, we would actually waste our time if you find the actual pairs. Though you can do it by putting a plus b as 45 and a minus b as 1, you will find what a and b would be about. But this is not required. The question is about find the number of pairs which is possible. We know a and b are natural numbers. We know a and b are natural numbers. It could be either even or odd. It could be either even or odd. What if a and b both are even? If a and b both are even, we are looking at a plus b and a minus b. We are looking at a plus b and a minus b. If both of them are even, a plus b will also be even, a minus b will also be even. What if a and b both are odd? Odd plus odd is even, and odd minus odd is also even. But what if one of them is even and one of them is odd? What if one of them is even and one of them is odd? A plus b will be odd plus even is odd, and odd minus even is odd. So there are only two cases which is possible. I repeat, there are only two cases possible. The product of two values you consider to be n, which is either even into even or odd into odd. So the question is only about, the question on Rilla is only about in how many ways can you write 45? In how many ways can you write 45 as odd into odd or even into even? We know 45 is an odd value. So even into even is not possible. So in the number of ways, the answer for the given question is the number of times you can write 45 as odd into odd, that many solutions are possible. 45 and 1 both as odd into odd, 15 3 is odd into odd, 9 into 3 is odd into odd. For all the cases, one of the values is possible. So the answer for the given question is 3. The answer is not 3 because we got 45 into 1, 15 into 3 and 9 into 5. The answer is not 3 because of that. The answer is 3 because all three of them was odd into odd. So whenever you get a question like this, a square minus b square is 45, the question is only this part. In how many ways can you write 45 as odd into odd or even into even? This is the only question that I am solving next time. 45 cannot be returned in the form of even into even because it's an odd value. So the number of times you can write 45 as odd into odd will give you the solution, right? So 9 into 5, both are odd. 15 into 3, both are odd. And 45 into 1, both of them are odd. So 1, 2, and 3, and hence the answer for the given question is 3. I re-repeat my statement. There are two kinds of questions. One, find the number of pairs, and find the actual pair. If the question is about find the actual pair, I'll consider a plus b as 45 and a minus b as 1. I will get the value of a as 23 and b as 22. So 23 square minus 22 square will give you the difference of 45. Repeat, I am not looking at this. I am not looking at this. This is the pair. I repeat, this is the pair. I am not looking at this. The question was only about, find a number of pair. So the number of times you can write 45 as odd into odd, that many times the solution will come. Whether it is 45 into 1, 9 into 5, or 15 into 3. That many solutions will come. So the answer for the given question is going to be 3. If the question is about find that pair, then you find the value of a and b respectively. Is this clear to all of you? Is this clear to all of you? Everyone out here, is this clear? And the same question comes in multiple formats. I repeat, the same question comes up in multiple formats. If you see this question, this is again a CAT 2013 question. The question which you can see on the screen is again a CAT 2013 question, which is m square is n square plus 1614. And find a number of solutions. The question is find a number of solutions which are possible for m and n. Find a number of solutions which are possible for m and n. It's the same question, which is m square minus n square is equal to 1614. I hope you got this. This is the same question where m square minus n square was nothing but equal to 1614. They have rewritten the question to make it slightly more challenging, but all of you are 1614. Right? And we know whenever you get a question type like this, you want either odd into odd or even into even. 1614 is an even value. So odd into odd is not possible. The question is only about In how many types can you write? And how many times? In how many types can you write 1614 as a product of two even numbers? If I take 1614, the first even number is going to be 2. So 1614, if you divide by 2, it will become 2 into 807. So the first combination that we have got, I repeat, the first combination that we got itself is odd into even. The first combination that we got itself is odd into even. I said you need only even into even or odd into odd, right? If you get even into even, you may find a subsequent pairs. You may find a subsequent pairs which is even into even. If you get odd into odd, you may find subsequent pairs which is odd into odd. But dude, if in the first step only, if you get even into even, if you make the further even numbers, if you take further even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, or any other further even number, you will never get a combination of even into even or odd into odd. You will only get odd into even only. You will only and only get odd into even. So for this question type, if in the first stage only we got 2 into 807 is 1614, which is even into odd as 1614, straight away you will mark the answer as none of these because the answer solution that we are looking at is 0. For explaining, possibly we have taken more time, but to solve the question is only about even or odd even. It's either even or odd even. If you get odd even, straight away the answer would become 0. I hope this is clear to all of you, right? Is this clear and understood to all of you? Everyone, is this clear and understood to all of you? So as said, if you get the difference of perfect square, it is always even into even or odd into odd. The previous question was 45. So we found three odd numbers. 9 into 5, 45 into 1, and 15 into 3. All three of them was odd, 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 odd. This question, the first step itself was odd into even. So no other combination of even or odd even will ever be possible. Will ever be possible, right? So as said, you if your concepts and your applications have been sorted, I repeat, if your concepts and the application, repeat, if your concepts and the applications have been sorted, very well you'll be able to solve these questions faster and quicker than anyone else who are competing with you for the actual paper. Cool. And on this note, I'll take a sign off. I would urge all of you to see the description box. All the important links have been pasted there. There's an important workshop that we are doing along with Welingkar College, based out in Mumbai on 23rd. You will find that this in the description box only. So people who want to participate to get those certificates, please make sure that you duly fill the registration form link, which is available in the description box. Cool. All right, then on this note, I'll take a sign off. I'll see you next time tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Thank you, everyone.